Hidden in the idyllic countryside of Iceland, where perfect vegetables grow, are harvested, and served to tourists, is a little place called Reykholt. Hey guys, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're looking at Reykholt from Uwe Rosenburg, and it's published by Frosted Games and Renegade Game Studios.
It's a 1 to 4 player worker placement game where you don't have to feed your family. We've got a review copy of it, so let's take a look.
To set up the game, choose the correct side of the board for player count. Sort the greenhouse cards by size and place them near the board.
Stack the round marker pages on the book. Choose the set of service cards to use for the game, and lay them out with a mushroom, lettuce, and tomato bonus stacked nearby.
Give each player their workers, manager pawn, and a player aid, and you're ready to begin.
During the work phase, players will take turns placing their workers on a space and taking the associated action. They can do things like build a greenhouse, plant seeds, or gain a service card, which will give them bonus actions for future turns.
Greenhouses vary in size and can only grow the types of vegetables shown. To plant seeds in a greenhouse, a player must first have a vegetable to plant, and then, like in any good Uwe farming game, additional vegetables will spring up, taken from the supply to fill the plots.
The harvest phase is next, and everyone may harvest one veggie from each of their planted greenhouses.
Then the tourism phase begins, and each player takes a turn serving customers at each table. Players will pay the listed veggies shown to advance on the track, and once per turn they may gain the vegetables shown instead. So in this example, Sara serves the tourists by paying 3 tomatoes, and then 3 lettuce. She doesn't have enough mushrooms, so she takes the bonus action to gain them, then pays 3 cauliflower and ends her turn.
After everyone has moved, they pick up their workers, and a page turns, signaling a new round. The first player's spade is passed to the next player and play continues.
At the end of the 7th round, the player furthest along on the tourism track wins.
Reykholt is beautifully illustrated by Lucas Sigmund. He has created this really fantastic version and representation of Iceland, and the experience and the table presence is really nice in this game. It's by Uwe, and so of course there's some of those same mechanics that you're familiar with in his other games like Agricola, which is really nice. It kind of creates and takes some things that we've really liked in other games and then adds some new things. So we've really had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, the tourism track is interesting. The mechanic is kind of weird as far as, I'm not sure how well
thematically,
theme-wise, it's I'm not sure when you would ever take vegetables, but it makes very interesting choices in the game, especially those last couple rounds. You know the rounds are finishing up, and you may even have to sell some of your greenhouses to move a few more tables to be able to beat out everyone else on that track.
Yeah, as we were reading that part in the instruction manual, we were like, are we understanding this right? It doesn't make any sense. But then when you play it, there's a ton of strategy in saving up just the vegetables you need, collecting, like taking the ones that you don't have, and then trying to plan for those last final turns as you go around the table. We have enjoyed the components for the game are pretty cool. Like you've got those little baskets that all your veggies store in. They look really nice. It's a little hard, honestly, to get your bits out of it. Not a big deal. And the card art is really sharp. There's some interesting twists between like the 2-player and the higher player counts. Not really that interesting. You do a little bit of sharing of those resource action cards between players, so there's some additional things you can do that way. Overall, the experience is pretty similar, and it's actually like a really tight game every time that we've played it as far as scoring goes at the end, which keeps it really interesting.
One thing I'm looking forward to is we have not busted into the special story mode deck. There is another deck of cards that we haven't looked at yet, so we are looking forward to playing that version soon.
And my understanding is that that's like a campaign mode that kind of builds a little bit, not campaign, but story mode, and so you have some additional things going on while you're using the base mechanics for the game. We've had a lot of fun with this one. It's a nice, like, medium weight. It's not hard to jump into. You've only got a couple of actions to choose from where you're placing your workers. There's a decent amount of reading in the game, but lots and lots of fun. If it sounds like something you would enjoy, then definitely check out Reykholt. And then be sure to subscribe to Tantrum House. Let us know your thoughts on this game and Agricola as well. That's one of my favorites. Let us know how you thought they compared, which one you like more, and some other games that you might have enjoyed that we should check out. Thank you guys so much for joining us this time, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Hidden in the idyllic countryside of Iceland is a perfect garden, is what? Like Agricola, you've got that planting and harvesting mechanic, which is really nice, and it kind of scratches some of those feels, and you don't scratch feels. One more time.